So, tonight we went over to Riverside, Line, and we're inside, we're invited by Ms. Patty to go over, because we wanted to go into the schools with Keep Harbor Beautiful. And I went and brought all the materials that I introduced to y'all probably about a few months back that we got from Keep America Beautiful. And it's just books and games and stuff to teach the kids how to deal with their litter, where does the gum go, things like that. And so we wanted to go to their literacy night. And Ms. Patty said that they're not having a particular night until October, but she asked us to come to the open house tonight. So we went over there for a little while. Everything was approved through the school board, of course. And we're going to start going into the schools with Keep America Beautiful and Keep Harbor Beautiful to read to the kids and show them, where to put their litter. And with that, we did get our trash cans delivered with our grant that we applied for. And they are in the park. And we're waiting for our logos to come in from Keep Louisiana Beautiful. But once they go on, we have to take pictures and send it back to be able to keep our grant. But they were like $700 each for the trash cans that we received, so we received 5. The other thing was, we were able to, because we went into the Cleanest City contest and we went into Keep America Beautiful, we actually got affiliated with them in February 2018. We wound up being able to get the Lieutenant Governor Award because of those 2 things that I applied for, that we went to through. And, we have a conference coming up for Keep Harbor Beautiful. And if approved, someone on our board will go for 2 days. And because we have kept up with everything that they've asked us to do, we've done all of our conference calls. I went to the regional meeting, did all the conference calls. So we'll receive $500 just for going to the conference. So that'll be given into our beautification program as well. And that's it.
I just wanted to announce remind everyone about the annual river cleanup that Jessica Golly heads up and puts together every September. We announced it last month, but it is next month on the 22nd at 8 o'clock. We're meeting at the Fish House. For those of you who utilize our river and care about that, I encourage you to attend that. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Jessica puts a lot of work into it. And a few of us try and go over there every year and take our notes and help out with that. I mentioned a chili cook-off that we were partnering with the Lions Club to do back in the spring, summertime, or whatever, and we kind of put that off. Put some feelers out, we kind of put it off, and felt like it was better to do it this winter. So we are going to be picking a date, and I should have that next month. It'll be in November, and that is going to benefit our high school's cross-country team for equipment and stuff like that, just like all the other things that we partner with them does, that all the proceeds go to the school or whatever charity. And the only other thing that I had is Mayor McQueen and Alderman McGregor and myself, we have been talking to Senator Mizell, and the Wall That Heals is an exhibit. It's a traveling exhibit that is traveling around the country from DC. It's an exhibit. It's a Vietnam War memorial exhibit, and it honors all the millions of soldiers who were in the U.S. Armed Forces, and they've been all over the country. They will be coming through on November 15th and going to the Franklin Fairgrounds, where it will be till November 18th. November 15th, they're going to be coming down 41, and they're going to be making a small stop at Wintermont Park. We got together, and we reached out to the schools, and we're reaching out to some of our business owners, and we're going to be letting all of our residents know. Senator Mizell and I would like for everybody who can attend that morning to line the streets on 41 when they come in. We're going to supply the flags and the banner and stuff for everybody to have. and just line 41 on both sides, just to pay tribute to them, show our support and our gratitude for our veterans and all of those who serve. So I just wanted to mention that more information is coming available. We're going to have it on our Facebook page as well. Any of you that have any questions or whatever, we do have some interest from our schools. Some of our schools are actually taking field trips to the Franklinton Fairgrounds to, see the memorial, and they're going to have activities and stuff like that. But this Franklinton is the last stop this year for the traveling exhibit, and I just think it's something special, and we can't ever pay tribute enough to the men and women who fight for our country. So I hope that, I know everybody works and, most people work and it's hard to get away, but those of you who don't, I would love to see you guys on side 41 and welcome them into the town.
Can you say the name of that park one more time? I'm sorry.
It's the Point of View Park, right there on 41, the baseball, football field, soccer
Thank you.
field. Yes.
Okay.
And what is the date? It's November 15th, that's when it's coming through Pearl River that morning. And then it'll be there, it's going on the 15th, it'll arrive there, but on the 16th and the 18th is when it'll be there.
Instead of pass through town around 11 o'clock.
Around
If it gets
11.
closer, we
No, that's
should have
10.
another idea.
Yeah, that's right now 11, but as it gets closer, it may change a little bit, but we'll let everybody know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give a little convention update. Recently, we went to the 81st Louisiana Municipal Association Convention in Lake Charles. It was attended by the mayor, lovely wife, Ms. Karen, town clerk Madeline Campbell, and her husband Dennis, Alderman Contreras, Alderman David McGregor, Alderman Captain Walsh, and myself, and my wife Cheryl. Many times you go to these things and there are workshops. You attended one of a couple of workshops that were attended with tourism, how to attract and retrain it, how to financially calculate the town of our size. A new one is discrimination in the workplace. This is an hour course that eventually everyone is in public office will have to take this class. One of the more interesting was the importance of planning for stormwater runoff. I went to this with very open eyes and was very amazed to find out that they did not know anything about the One Lake project. The mayor might touch on this in a minute, but the Pearl Basin project. This is going to affect a lot of our flooding downstream. If you're not first about this, I've got this. I'm more welcome to get some of this information for us. Myself, Alderwoman Bridgett, Mayor, once I attended a meeting a while back. But I was really amazed to find out how many legislatures in that area had no idea about the One Lake project. And it kind of really threw a flag up with me. One of the other things was the opioid crisis. I know the chief has touched on this. It's not just big cities and small towns included. Keep a good eye on your medication. If it's old medication and you think it's some kind of barbiturate or whatever, and you want to dispose of it, you can contact the chief of police or one of our health units, and they can tell you how to do that. Don't throw it down the toilet. It's a hazardous waste going down the toilet. So it's very enlightening to find out just how much of this is really going on. One is the property challenges. Preparing for the 2020 census and the Code of Government Ethics, which every government official is required to complete at least 1 hour training a year. And speaking of ethics, ladies and gentlemen, if any of you have read our recent audit report, it stated that an alderman was not in compliance. That alderman was me. Before you question why, I was confused myself. One phone call to the ethics office and a few emails sent to the appropriate parties, in fact, proved that I, in fact, had completed the required training. This is just an example, ladies and gentlemen, that government mistakes happen on all levels. I have my little certificate. I'm good.
Will that be online too?
It is online.
It is online, yes, ma'am. One of the more colorful speakers was Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. He presented a short film on our state, and our slogan is "Feed Your Soul." It's a pretty good slogan. It's about all how the cultures and melting pots call us Louisianians come and call Pearl River. He suggested the next time you go on vacation, make it a state vacation. Stay in the state of Louisiana someplace. Take a tour, go on a tour boat, take a kayak trip. Eat at a local restaurant, stay at a local motel. Kind of staycation inside the state. And it was just really inspirational like that. I did notice that the mayor touched on his desk. Some of us got a little bit of, let's just my wife called it Gonchitano stones, and I think it was the water. So we got the good water here in Pearl River, went someplace else, we had bad water, so I think we all got with that. But overall, it's a really good convention, and I failed to mention this, that I do believe I had the best dance partner of the whole week, my lovely wife Cheryl. It was a good time, I'd like to go. And if anybody wants the One Lake Project, I have some information, so thank you very much.
Chief.
Good afternoon, y'all. Citations, we wrote 158 last month. Out of the rest, we had 57. 3 were DWIs, 4 were fugitive arrests, 9 drug violations, and 1 aggravated assault with a firearm, which ended up being a guy got hostile at one of our bars and decided in the argument to pull out his gun, but we arrived on the scene and defused it and got the gun and made the arrest without anybody getting hurt. So that's a good kudos from my guys to get over there, and of course he was drunk, so just to let y'all know. But at least it ended up in a good way for everybody. October 12th at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. we're going to have our night out against crime out front. If any of y'all haven't been to it, please come. It's real nice. We have free food, free drinks, free entertainment, all kinds of stuff that happens. We're getting with the Army National Guard. They're talking about having these big balls that people get into and bounce around each other. They're going to have the ninja fight suits that kids can put on and stuff, and all kind of obstacle courses. And hopefully we might even get the Duncan booth back. And last year where we had officers that got into it, including myself, and we raised money for the high school. So it's all for a good cause and having fun to meet people and learn about a little bit about crime and what not to do. The school details. The school SRO, school resource officers. We now have school resource officers in all of our schools in Pearl River. I did mention that one was, or all of them was going to be full-time and not with the details or something, but due to the lack of time, and by the time we got our agreement signed, and it was all due with figures. Let me tell you, they made me break it down to the percentage, and even workman's comp, we found out how much we pay in workman's comp. It's ridiculous, even to slot out. But I had to break it all down, and it took to, like, we already had them in school on Monday, and I think we didn't get the contract signed until Wednesday. Mayor, it's like 2 days later. But so knowing that, I couldn't hire anybody to take the place, but we left one school open that we're working as a detail. And then I found out by talking to Slidell to see how their numbers were broke down to give it to the school board to make this contract happen, our agreement. It's not really a contract. But come to find out, they have like 9 details that they started, and I was unaware of that. When I report something, I report what I think is the truth or known to be the truth. So if things change or I find out later, I'll report it. I got no reason to give y'all false information. It doesn't benefit me. But we do have, in Little Pearl is the detail where that officer changes, could be daily. And the Deputy Chief Hunter is over the details. So we work it out with the officers that are off and that might have worked the night before or 2 nights ago, and that's off that morning, and they might work it. But other than that, that's it on the school detail. If you have any questions, call me and ask me. But I'm real proud that we have our schools covered, including pre-K. Out of the state auditor's report, I want to mention, they also mentioned something about the police department and the use of credit cards and not getting bids. Well, what we do, we never did do the bids. We did, well, we shopped around and got the best price. Because we had gone from Fuel Man to Shell to Chevron, and no telling how many more that we had since I've been here. And now they're saying that we get dinged on it. They'd rather us go to getting prices from comps. And I tell you what, we're going to end up going to the state contract with our fuel card. That way, there's no questions asked. It's a state contract, there's a fuel state card that we're going to have that some agencies do carry. And I've talked to Matt Dago, our attorney, about it, and trying to make this happen. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be applying for it, and we'll probably have them in probably the next 3 weeks. So I think that's a good thing to make it where the state auditors won't come back on us on that. Also citations, they mentioned something about citations not being under a lock and key or whatever. That did not concern me. Ours have always been under a lock and key and a camera. The only thing is that the policy, they said we didn't have a policy, or next door may not have a policy. Well, I'm going to tell you, we had a policy, but we amended it. And we amended it to be a state law. The state law has a policy on issuing citations to the officers and how to turn them in. All right, so that's our policy, but we amended it, and it was in March, and it didn't have an amend date, so she dinged us for not having a policy. So just to let you know, believe me, they're good people. They nitpick us to death. You would not believe the amount of time that they keep us just busy. I mean, every day just requesting stuff. It's just crazy. And out of that report, I think it only reported March and September are the only 2 months that they scrutinized and came up with this report. But gladly to report, at least the police department wasn't missing no receipts. And to me, I feel real good with our report. But other than that, that's it. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Laura was talking about it a while ago, but this is a plaque we're going from Lieutenant Governor for the Clean City Award. It's 2 years in a row we've done this. I'm very proud of our town. We got it cleaned up very good. Lord, to help you on that ethics thing, we did have one employee that looked through the cracks and what wish we could call. It wasn't me, one of our employees. On the audit report, we got wrote up for several things, from it, like AJ said. We did have policy procedures in place for 4 departments. But just because we didn't put it in their hands the morning they got here, they wouldn't accept it.
Yep.
So that's why we got wrote up for not having policy procedures. We do have them on the ticket department, the water and sewer department, and the department that sells permits and everything. We were told how to set this up by the last auditor who was here. We thought we were doing it right. This new group said we wasn't. So, just wanted to clear that up. That report comes in every year now on anybody in St. Andrew Parish, and we have to live with it. They said I was excessive spending in my gasoline. I get a line item budget here with $2,000 a year in it. If you want to figure that up, need some help, I'll help you too, Mr. Marshall. That's $166 a week, a month. And they wrote me up for spending $30 2 months, 1 month last week. And I said, well, I could have went to Baton Rouge. Well, you should have records. Well, you got that. That's what I got wrote up for, was $30 2 months, 1 month. But I've never exceeded my $2,000 that's in the line out of budget that this council approves every year. So I just wanted to get that cleared up on the side. I did have one thing that I got paid last year for mileage for the convention. I shouldn't have got it. I paid the money back before this audit report come out. Prove it with a check, I can prove it if anybody wants to see it. When I was made aware of this, I paid the money back. I've never took a penny from this town, and I never will. If anybody's accusing me, they don't know what they're talking about. You got something, bring the investigators in, let's get it over with. I'm tired of hearing this and being accused of being a thief, and I'm not a thief. Might be a lot of things, but I'm not a thief. Not a lot.
Contrary to what some of the little hate groups that have buddies with some of these people want to say, last month we had an auditor in here, and I think it was, we switched on the spot, but she was complimentary of us, and we had a few, little infractions or whatever, and I think it was Fair that asked her, it might have been Deb, that said, so basically, are you giving us an A-? And she said, yeah. So, for all of you who read all this garbage that, this one here puts out and everything, we'll take an A- all day long.
Mr. Marsh. I would ask you to stop. Please stop. To keep calling somebody out in the audience, I think that's very
He's
rude.
calling me out in the
I
public.
still think this is a waste of time.
He needs it. He's endorsing you, Mark. Doesn't mean
Let him know. You've got every call first in the
I
audience.
don't care what you think. I do have some updates I'd like to bring to the citizens of our town. Our senior citizens, are scheduled to reopen on September 10th, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 2:30 with activities for all people 60 years and above. They will be taking registrations on August the 30th at 10 a.m. to noon for the senior citizens over here. I would like to personally thank Ms. Marika and Ms. Nina Levine for walking the streets, going door to door to sign up for our seniors. We've got to keep this up.
Thank y'all.
Above 30 people, these ladies went out and got over 40 names for us to start with. They've helped us a great deal with this. The center, we're getting the center back up and running for the seniors. If anyone has any questions about the center or registration, contact the town hall. Flyers will be here for registration information you obtained from the town hall office too. We will have flyers here tomorrow, I hope. Possibly it might be Thursday morning before we start handing them out. But we are going to give them out to businesses and you walk door to door if we have to. We want to get as many seniors as we can here. If we don't keep the number up to 30, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose it completely. So I think with everybody working together, we can do that. Last week, myself and a few others attended a meeting concerning the One Lake project. It was not a very informational meeting in regards to our area and the possible negative impact it may have in Fall River. I have been in contact with Ms. Sharon Hill and provided information to the public as it comes available. I strongly encourage anyone with concerns or questions on this project to submit their concerns either by mail or email by September the 6th. If anyone would like the mailing address or the email address, I do have it here. If you want to come up and get it after the meeting, I'll make you a copy of it, or we can put it on Facebook where everybody can get it off there. Facebook. Strongly urging everyone who's concerned about our river, if you've got questions, please send them in. We all sat through this meeting the other night, Virgil and a bunch of us, everybody up here, I think. They didn't give us no information on our area. It was all about Jackson, Pearl, and Richmond, nothing concerning our river below Louisana. I think that's our biggest concern. Send an email to Ms. Sharon with the same regard. I'm not happy with it. I hope the citizens are not happy with it. We need more information on it. I think it's going to really affect our river at this end. Also, I've got an update on the bridge, I hope. The obstacles concerning this, especially regarding the ownership of the creek bed, have been worked out. Senator Hewitt indicated this project remains at a high priority level and the parish has requested weekly updates from the contractor. The appraisal of the north side is set to begin and they anticipate 3 weeks for the appraisal and all appraisal review process. Once the reviews are complete, that push phase will be over. Process requires a standard 30-day fair negotiation period with all landowners. This will not require a contract extension. So we're hoping if all that's finished, this process is now buying the property and getting moving on. That's the last update we got. What y'all need to know, that's all the information we have. Comes Motion District 5.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. Can you hear me?
No.
No? Big fingers and legs. Direct District 5. All right, my records all show that everything that was needed on the rec district side has been turned over to the town of Louisana land for the boat landing. And we hear that everything is proceeding slow, but it is proceeding. There's some things that need to be lined up as far as transportation and things of that nature, what I'm being told. So, the boat landing deal was basically in your hands, and we still have our funding set aside for it. So if something breaks, please notify us, and we'll pitch in and get done what we can get done. I'd like to move on to another project we have going, is we're entertaining the CEA with the St. Taxpayers School Board. And as everybody's heard tonight, there's been several projects going on with fundraising for schools, high school, other schools in the area. That's great, the community is coming through with all of that. And the little payback we're working on is trying to light the area where the track is at the high school. And I guess everybody knows that our track teams been all the way to state. And that's where the laws, whether y'all do or not. But they are in need of getting lights put up on the track. When we're on a high school in this parish that doesn't have a lighted track. So they can't hold track meets due to that fact. And the recreation department's committed through with flag football and contact flag and other entities of the recreation world to light up the area of the full practice field between the track and the girls softball field. And if y'all remember, that was a successful endeavor to get the lights on the girls softball field. So as of right now, the only thing in our high school that's not lit or have the capabilities of being lit when needed is 3 tennis courts and the track. So we are working toward that, and I'm sure there'll be outreach to the community. The goal is to have a place to where those that think that our young people are driving too fast on the streets can safely use the track for exercise, especially my age. And I'm not really sure, I don't know where I fall in there, you know. I hear senior citizens across the street are 60, and then I hear senior citizens up here at 64 and above. At my house, my wife's 67, and I'm just in my 60s a little bit. So our household falls in between the two, but we would like to support this senior citizens, and I believe that all of our community actually is in need of it, but we'd like to have a place to safely, my wife walks, if y'all drive by the high school, my wife walks religiously there daily, except for rainstorms, and she may cause a few of them. But we want to use a high school track, and we'd like to make it a community endeavor. So if there's anybody that would like to contribute to it, there will be some some upcoming means to do that. We as a rec district, I can't solicit funding or anything for the public, but I just want to make the announcement that it is a legitimate thing. And if you're approached and feel willing to help your community, then maybe we can get this project going also. So I appreciate your time, and I know everybody wants to go. I'm gonna cut it off there.
Council, I forgot, I apologize to y'all, I was supposed to make a mistake with the meeting, that you was giving me a copy of the quarterly report. And I want to let y'all say what y'all can do the budget, find anything in it that's not, that needs the report, get all through that stuff. Fire District 11, they couldn't be here tonight. Chief sent a report in, he had EMS, he had 67, MVAs, he had 9, gas leaks, he had 1, assistant of police, he had 4, structural fires, he had 1, service GI is 5, false call counsel 1, lawn malfunction 5, and smoke removal 1, total is 94 calls. Mr. Email, sir.
Good evening, I had 3 items, now I have 1. Church, I've got an unusual one, I'm going to give you a map for people to see. A movie production company has received approval to shut down the T.J. Smith Expressway and Airport Road for movie production starting at 6 p.m. Thursday evening to 1 a.m. in the morning. So if anybody's traveling that area, just take that into account. It was approved by the state.
This Thursday?
Yes, Thursday evening at 6 p.m. I want to make sure people know that, because you can cut off guard really quick if you're leaving here and come to the Ponderosa subdivision, you won't be able to make the right to go up here for colors.
We have it on Facebook?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put it on.
Are we making money off that?
Pardon me?
Are we making money off that?
That's not
No.
us.
Nobody's, even the bears don't make money. Like I said, that's something unusual, but we passed the map.
Working
That
convenience.
way, in case you want to post that, it's going to be a 7-hour duration. It has Swan Run, of course, when it crosses North Urban Farm Run. You can't go above that for that 7-hour duration.
Is you still working those?
Yes, sheriff's office will be there, that's for sure. And here, it's going to really mess up Airport Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Mr. King, why does it say the Expendables starring Gene Belisario on it?
That's a good imagination.
He's the pilot.
Sure.